Hey guys, my name is Brian Ogoti. I'm a master's student at the University of Dallas. Thanks for your time. And I just have a simple question. I've been in accounting profession for the last 3 years, and the public has some misconception about the accountant and the profession itself. Most of the time, when companies, there's a financial crisis or there's a trickle down in financial reporting, either internal or external, we realize the accountants are the ones who are questioned by the public on what happened, playing with numbers. I found out that misunderstanding concepts in terms of trustworthiness, the public ranks accountancy profession below typical high trust alternatives when you compare to professions like doctors, pharmacists, engineers. Accountants seem not to be trusted as much as these other professions are trusted. Just over half of the population says accountants are, in most companies, are not trusted with their money, with their reporting. And it was in the public interest indeed. Almost have said that accountants bear at least some responsibility for the global financial crisis. But as an accountant, I'll say not really. The ranking, I thought that was a misconception. Because during the profession, you are taught the laws, then you are taught the ethics, being like a full course. Then we're governed by the generally accepted accounting principles, like in this country. Then we have international standards, which have not been adopted yet. So I didn't find that misconception of integrity, objectivity, competitiveness, and confidentiality to be satisfactory to me as an accountant. For the last 3 years I've been working, most of the errors that appear in the accounts department, as I work in an internal department of City Group, it comes from typo errors, from the data entry department. But when the final report is presented before the shareholders, the blame goes back to the accountants. Before I continue, let me ask a simple question. Do you believe errors come from, the typo errors come from the typing clerks, the entry system analysts and all that, or do you think accountants kind of cook numbers sometimes? What do you think?
I've been thinking about this question like several times. How can we believe accountants? Because they are human beings, and when money involved, like we think a lot about that, because they can make a mistake, even like using programming or systems. They can be wrong sometimes, but we have no choice. Like we always go to accountants for those things. But we always choose the professional one, like the famous one around the area, the well-known people who master those things. Yeah. So finally, we can say we believe them because we have no choice.
What do you think? Are you confident about accountants?
I mean, if I need somebody, I have to trust them. If I need.
So the word trust is a big word.
Yeah.
Do you trust accountants with your money and with their decision making?
Sure. If I have a case if I have a problem, I'm gonna go to the lawyer. So lawyer is playing with rules. So that's there is something in the law, so he can fix your problem. So it's like that. The accountant, it's the same.
Yeah, that's a good one. What do you think? Do you trust accountants?
No, really.
Are they overrated? Are they underrated? Are these issues that happen on a daily basis?
Obviously, obviously, I don't know what that means because I'm never been for this case.
Did you have experience with it?
I'm not. I don't know any idea for this
And then what I can add on that is guess what's funny? What I can add to that is one of the reasons there is so much political competition when it comes to the issue of money. At times, like when you go to the SEC or you go to the government, there's so much it's been politicized about the government expenditure and how it goes back to the government. This is because we try to balance the public trust against the challenges of the job. And to change this misunderstanding, some of the things the profession have put in place is to engage in discussion with stakeholders and the public at large about what it is to be an accountant. And another one is to talk about what an adult is. When it comes to integrity issues, the ethical and the laws that governs the accounting department. Then we take the initiatives to show how accountants can add value, proactive contribution within organizations and when working with clients. So basically, the reporting on time and then the reporting at the same period of the year is one of the actions that has been taken. What's funny, you guys? You need to be serious. So, finally, okay, we address the legitimate concerns about ethical issues and conflicts of interest that may put pressure on accountants to compromise or to trade off critical attributes against business priorities. That's one of the ways we kind of get the public trust. Yes.
Right. Regarding the question whether I trust an accountant or not, that's a very broad question. You can't just say yes or no, depending on the person himself. If there is a mistake, now we have to figure out what was that error. Was it on purpose or it was by accident? Therefore, you can't just say he's responsible. Yeah, he's responsible partially, but depending if it was intentionally was done or it was by error. Okay? So therefore, yes, you can trust some, and you cannot trust them, just like any other profession. There are doctors you can trust, there are doctors you cannot trust. So there's no such thing, yes or no. It depends on the person himself.
But then the argument is there's a huge misconception.
Yeah, there is misconception.
Work around numbers.
Yes, there is misconceptions about everything.
The public. Yes.
There's misconceptions about doctors. There is misconceptions about accountants. There is misconceptions about religions. So therefore, if somebody is really trying to understand, have a better approach, then they need to do a little bit of studying before they do anything. Therefore, they can then make a better choice, whom to work with, whom to trust.
And then the final, to change the misconception, we develop as accountants the soft skills necessary to engage meaningful communication and with non-technical people. Like we use regular language instead of using those big words.
Yeah, you have
doing financial reporting.
Right.
Like
the thing with the public, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, with the public, you can't speak to a regular person as if you are speaking to somebody who is in the field, who is specialist in that field. Therefore, you can't use abbreviations. You have to speak in the level of that person's understanding. Therefore, they both going to be on the same sheet of music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So that's one of the ways our actions that have been taken to reduce that misconception. Because sometimes you have shareholders in companies, accountants come up with the financial reports. If they can't break it down to regular language, then it becomes hard for people to understand. All right, guys, thanks for your time.
Anytime, if you have a question, let us know.
Next time.